Here I'm back. It is about 9 o'clock. I just woke up. I organized a little bit. I did take my Skillshare class, which I'm happy that I'm actually getting back to doing. So today's general plan is I do want to make a lot. I didn't really read a lot of Cemetery Boys last night because I did want to finishing one of my. I want to finishing oh god, what's the name of it? This God of Mine by Sophie Jordan. So I finished that. I'm gonna go run to yoga this week. And also go to the library and run some of my in-person errands. Because I don't know what's gonna happen to those places in the next couple of weeks, depending on what happens to the COVID crisis that we're dealing with. So want to do that. I'm also gonna come back. I think I'm gonna make some progress on my calendars. I'm gonna film a YouTube video, which is my book haul, which all over here and all my books are on the floor. So I did do some book shopping. I'll be honest. I did book shopping a couple of days this month. I just felt like doing some book shopping, so I did. I also bought a couple of holiday themed books, which I want to do for the holiday readathon. So yeah, I'm gonna probably figure out a couple of those things. I'm also gonna Christmas craft today. And then I'm just going to kind of read Cemetery Boys. I keep deleting my YouTube list of videos, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save them elsewhere so they don't keep getting deleted. But yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. And then I'll come back. I'm also going to pick up my audiobook, Fear by Bob Woodward, which is the Trump book, which I've been putting off reading, but I really want to know what happened in that White House. So I'm going to read that, and then I'm probably going to come home, go out to lunch, of course, come home, do some Christmas crafting. I'll update you guys along the way, and I'll let you guys know what books I got from the library. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a relaxing weekend. I don't have much school-based things to do because we did switch to remote this week. They are talking about sending us back, but I don't know. It just seems unlikely at this point, but what do I know? All right, so I'm going to go do my little stuff that I have to do before I can go run to town, and then I'll come back and I'll check in with you guys again. Bye. Friends, Lori here. I'm here to do another book haul. This book haul is quite large. I did some book shopping, and then I won some giveaways, and then I did some more book shopping. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna dive into it. I'll tell you where I got the books if I can remember. Some of them were giveaways. Some of them I just bought. There was deals. A lot of books came out that I wanted. So yeah, let's get into it. First one, I can't remember if I put in my last book haul, but Among the Beast and Briars by Ashley Poston is a signed book that I got from Books of Wonder. I actually just read this. This was like a really perfect fall read. Follows this character Cirrus as she has magic, and her little like side town gets overrun by this magical forest, and she has to go on an adventure to save it with a character named Fox. That's all I'm going to say, but it is really, really charming, inspired by a fairy tale, but also perfect for the fall because there is a creepy forest. But yeah, I wound up really liking this one. I gave it 4 stars, and you guys will see that in my upcoming reading wrap up at the end of November. I also did a order from Amazon because they were doing like buy 2 books get 1 free. So I picked up Tale of Witchcraft by Chris Colfer, which is the sequel to A Tale of Magic. This is the prequel series. I read Tale of Magic and I really, really liked it, so I'm hopeful that I'll get around to this one. And it's I really like that one. I thought that it tied in all of them together. I haven't read the summary for this one yet, so I don't know quite what it's about, but I love Chris Colfer's writing a lot. So I also picked up The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, and I don't know much about this, to be honest. I don't. I just know when I saw Midnight Library, I picked it up, and yeah, this is the guy who wrote How to Stop Time, and that's a book that is also on my TBR, but I saw this one, everyone was talking about it, so I decided to pick it up. I also got some books from Simon & Schuster. They were doing a giveaway from, I think it was New York City Comic Con, I think, to giveaways for. So I got Wild Lore, The Accidental Princess by Amanda Foody. This is a middle grade book. This is the author that wrote Ace of Shades, and it comes out in March 2021. And I'll just read you guys the little book. When Barkley accidentally bonds with a magical beast, he must set off on a quest in the mysterious woods to set things right in this funny, exciting adventure for fans of Nevermore and How to Train Your Dragon. And I love middle grade. I also really want to read her other books. I'm going to pick up this book first and then decide if I want to like read her other young adult series. I do actually have them. I have the young adult series. But yeah, this is a pretty cover. I was really excited to get Wings of Ebony by J.L. And this is Rue's Family is Her Whole Life. This is an arc that comes out in February. And I know that it has to do with magic. That's all I know. But this cover is sick and so pretty. So I also picked up. I also got a copy from. These are all from Simon & Schuster. Called The Cost of Knowing by Brittany Morris. This is the person that wrote Slay. And I don't know what it's about. But I think he could see into the future, I think. Like, this is a contemporary novel. Alex is now in a race against time, death, and circumstances. He and Isaiah must grapple with their past, future, and their future. What it means to be a young black man in America in the present. I think it has an element of maybe some, like, mystical stuff, but sounds really cool. It reminds me of They Both Die in the End by Adam Silvera, which had some elements of, like, mystical stuff, but still was very, very, like, politically conscious or like conscious of the world, and I really, really like that. So that's one stack. Now I'm gonna get my next stack of books. I told you I had a lot. I talked about these books in my previous book haul. I honestly can't remember, but I'm just gonna toss them in here, so I do haul them. I got Suddenly You by Lisa Caiapas. This is a historical fiction Regency romance that has to do with one of my favorite plots in Regency romances. So I hope I get around to that. I actually might read it soon. I might read it this weekend if I have some more time. And I also picked up Trials of Apollo. These books are on my immediate TBR, so it's possible I might read them, but this is the final book in his 5 series in the Percy Jackson's world, and I really want to read this, but I am a little bit hesitant to read it because I know how crazy this ending's going to be. I've been reading Percy Jackson since I was in college the first time around. That is the first time I picked up those books when I was in college, and that was like 12 years ago. So yeah, so this is going to be a series that I'm going to have to take my time with. I might actually just do a dedicated reading vlog to it. But yeah, so I might actually pick this up over Thanksgiving break because I'll have a couple of days off. But yeah, so let's get into the other stacks of books. I also picked up a couple of books for a readathon I'm going to be doing. One is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. This is going to be for the 'Tis the Season-a-thon that Bookables always hosts. And this is one of the books that this is their group book actually. And I've read a couple of books by Christina Lauren. I've liked them all. I haven't loved anyone in particular, but I heard some really good things about this one. I also picked up All I Want for Christmas by Wendy Lagia. And this is a really, really short one. This is from Underlined in their paperback collection. I actually have another one coming that's about New Year's Eve. But yeah, this is just a really, really, it's not even like, I think it's not even 250 pages, I don't think. It's like, it's like a little bit over 200 pages. So this will definitely be a quick read, but again, some holiday themed reads are perfect. I also got Recommended for You by Laura Silverman. This I might have talked about in another one, but as I was watching some people review it, it said that it is set around the holidays. So this might be part of my holiday themed TBR for that reading vlog. So I decided to stick this in that pile. Also from Amazon for that 3-to-1 deal, I got The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Burrell. And this is one that I just heard really, really good things about. It's a middle grade book. I know Reagan read it recently and loved it. I know Mackie from Alexa Loves Books read it recently and really, really liked it. So when I saw that it was on that sale, I decided to pick it up. So yeah, those are my holiday themed books, or my mini haul that I wanted to show you. And I also got another book from Simon & Schuster, and that is The Infinity Courts by Amika Dawn Bowman. And again, I really don't know what this book's about, to be very honest with you. I think this is a science fiction book, and it comes out in April, so I hope to tackle it soon. But yeah, I don't really know much about it, but this cover is pretty as well. So, always a pretty cover. And these are a couple of books that I picked up. I went to like a mini event like one day during work, and I just picked them up. So Scholastic sent me Sugar and Spite by Jael Deville. Can a dash of magic turn a bully into a bestie? And I think this has to do with 2 girls that don't get along, and I think it has to do with family magic, which I love. I also picked up Rescue by Jennifer A. Nielsen, which comes out in March. This one comes out in April. And this is the author that wrote Words on Fire, Resistance, and A Night Divided. And she writes really, really good, like, historical fiction books. And this one is set in World War II. And I don't really want to read all, like, the back of it. I don't want to be spoiled. But this one has to do with spycraft, I think. And I like that. And I also picked up Wild River by Rhonda Fablik. And this is a book that comes out in March. It's really, really short, I think, but it has to do with a adventure on, like, a river. So that sounds really, really cool. And I don't know if it has to do with, like, some, like, travesty or something, but so yeah, I got these 3 from Simon and from Scholastic after that event, which thank you for sending me them. I appreciate it. And I normally hand these books back to my students when I'm able. So that's something that I normally do when I get, like, middle grade books like that. So hope I can do that soon. Like a stack. This is where I did some damage, I'll be honest. But I also picked up another Christmas one called Tinsel, The Girl Who Invented Christmas by Portia Pounder. And this one is definitely one that I'm going to add to that Christmas TBR. I think it's like the first week of Christmas, so the first week of December, so I'm definitely going to do that. But yeah, what if somewhere along the way we got the Santa story a bit wrong? Yeah, and this one sounds really, really cute, so I hope I get to read that soon. It will probably be one of the first ones. I also finally picked up Keeper of the Lost City Unlocked by Shannon Messenger, which is a combination of a series like roundup, but also a novella. If you've been following me for a while, I have always wanted a Harry Potter canon. Like, J.K. Rowling said so many years ago, right when Harry Potter came out, that we were going to get an encyclopedia telling us everything about the world, and she had said it so beautifully. We never got it. Then Pottermore happened, then all the drama with J.K. Rowling happened, but this might be a book that I would have loved for the Harry Potter world, and I love the Keeper of the Lost Cities world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to read this quickly because I do want to get to the novella in the back. This cover is pretty as well. So this one might be like a December read that I read like when I'm in the middle of doing other things, but I really do want to read this before the end of the year, so I'm caught up. We don't know when book 9 is coming out, but I also might look into getting the audiobooks for myself. Like, I might see if someone will buy put this on a Christmas list or something. But yeah, so the Keeper of Cities Unlocked is one that I definitely want to read soon. I also did a bit of bargain bookshop. Well, not bargain. I went to I got books from Books of Wonder, which is an independent bookstore that I normally go to a lot of events at. Events have been closed, but I picked up Chasing Lucky by Jen Bennett. This was a book that was supposed to come out in May, and it kept getting pushed due to all the COVID stuff. But it follows a girl named Josie and Lucky. She has to go back to her small town where her mom grew up. Their paths wind up crossing, and it takes place in a bookstop. I also wound up picking up Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. This has to do with a murder and a set of twins. And I really liked her Stalking Jack the Ripper series, so I really hope that I get around to this one. This one might be like a December read because it sounds perfectly creepy. I also met up with a friend. At a bookshop, and we like swapped some arcs, socially distanced. But I did pick up a copy of Winter Keep by Kristen Cashore, which doesn't come out until January. I have not read the series yet, but I bought book 1, and I just saw this. I was like, you know what? I'll take it, and I'll read it. She had already read it, and she had already read the series. So she's like, do you want it? So she gave it to me, which was really, really nice of her. Thank you so much. I also picked up she gave me a copy of Our Wayward Fate by Gloria Chow, which is her companion book to American Panda. And I don't know much about it. I remember I liked American Panda. I didn't love it, so I hope that this one may catch my fancy. And I also picked up she gave me a copy of Escaping Ordinary, which is the second book in the Tailspinner series, which I had read, and she has not read. So the first book is Saving Fable. So yeah, I'm really excited for those. And then I did some damage at Barnes & Noble. And these are all new books that like just came out. Well, 3 of them are. But I picked up Graceling, which is the first book in the Winter Keep series. So I also picked up Rent a Boyfriend by Gloria Chow, which just sounds like a adorable premise that she has to pay someone to be her boyfriend that her parents would approve of, which just sounds adorable. And then Love and Olives, which is the third, or I think it's the third book in her travel series. The first one, she went to Italy, I think. The second one, she went to Ireland, I think. And this one, she goes to Greece. So, that is my impressive book haul. I hope to make some progress on these books before the end of the year. But let me know what are some books you picked up in the month of November, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.